Hello, my cookies, and welcome. Welcome to Russell Cooks. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today, I have some grilled lamb with zucchini and corn salad. Now, I'm going to make kind of like a minty parsley drizzle that can go on the lamb and the salad. I, of course, am using my Breeo outdoor grill. I love it. It's fantastic. It's a ton of fun to cook on. So now that we know what we're doing, let's gather our ingredients. I have 2 racks of lamb here. They've been slightly Frenched already. You can trim off some of this extra if you want. I'm not gonna bother. It's a time thing. I can still get a fantastic product even if I don't spend time trimming it. I also got some corn, olive oil, feta. I was thinking of adding this to the salad. I'm still on the fence. This is completely optional. Aleppo. If you know me, you know I like my Aleppo. Optional. Garlic, zucchini. I got some parsley here. I also got a lime, a little bit of honey I'm going to use, and some mint. So now that we've gathered our ingredients and we know what we're doing, let's get cooking. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a quick little marinade for my lamb. First thing I'm going to do is I am just going to mince up a few garlic cloves, say 4.5 teaspoons of minced garlic. And that's going to be about 4.5 normal sized garlic cloves. Put in about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. I'll add a teeny bit of parsley. All right, just gonna mix this up. Perfect. Now it's on to the lamb. If you've never done lamb before, it can be a little intimidating. I'm gonna kind of show you how I do it. Now, I used to cut them individually, but I recently have been cutting them double. It just gives me the opportunity to get some good caramelization on the outside without overcooking. I also like cooking my lamb to medium. Medium rare can sometimes get a little chewy. So for this lamb, you can see the bones. I'm gonna trace one here. It runs down here. Got a little knuckle. But then you got a little bit of a passageway right here. You can't really see it. I can see it from where I am. And you can see part of the bone ends here, and then another part of a other bone begins over there. So we got a little passageway. That's what I'm gonna cut through. Now, because it kind of curves, you gotta curve with it. This one on the end is pretty sharp, so be careful. All right, so this first one, the first one's always like the practice run. All right. Look at this. I glide right through. Now, you know when you mess it up because you don't glide right through and then you try and force it and then you get a broken sharp bone. This seems a little thick, but I'm just going to have to deal with it. Let me go all the way over to the edge of this bone here. See how thick this one is. I think that's pretty thick. That's, I'd say about 1.5 inches. That's good. I think over here it starts getting a little thin, so this one I'll double up. This one I'll keep single. This one I'll keep single. I'll double these up. All right, so far I'm 3 for 3 without hitting the bone. Yeah, this one on the end is a little skimpy. That's okay. All right, I'm just gonna add it to my bowl here. All right, here we go. There's some silver skin on the outside. That can be hard to cut through, so make sure your knife is sharp. Let's go ahead and toss this. Corn, shuck them, you know. Got my zucchini. I'm literally just gonna cut the top and bottom off, slice it right in half, and I'm actually gonna do a little crosshatch pattern about 1/4 inch in. Take your time, don't go too deep. I like it because I can get a little bit of sauce in those nooks and crannies. Gives it a little bit more texture, a little more clinginess. All right, now I am gonna season these up and I'm gonna kind of rub the salt in. A little bit of kosher salt here. I'm just gonna rub it in there. All right, I'm gonna raise this grate up. Sometimes what I do is I'll add a little bit of like olive oil to a flat dish like this. You don't have to oil up your corn, but I'm going to. And I'm just gonna get it on. And I do the same thing with my zucchini. So I just take it and kind of rub it in like this. Rub it all over, get it on the grill. While that's cooking, let's make our sauce. And I'm gonna use a small measuring cup here and put just a couple garlic cloves. So this is about 2 teaspoons, maybe 1.5 teaspoons of garlic. I am gonna put in a little bit of lime juice. That'll tame some of that garlicky bite. In my garlic lime mixture, I'm just gonna add about 2 teaspoons, 1, 2 of honey. I don't want it too sweet, but I like a little sweetness here. It's gonna help balance everything out. I'm gonna put a little spice, that'll be my Aleppo. Let's do 1 teaspoon to start. We can always add a little bit more. Probably do about 2 tablespoons of parsley and about tablespoon of mint. Mint is really potent. If you want to add a little bit of dried mint here, that could be really nice. It adds just another depth of mint. It's like a completely different minty flavor. I love comparing the two and combining the two. You know what? I'm going to lower this cook rate because I don't think it's hot enough. Let's mince up these herbs. All right, now let's go over. I need to flip these. I can hear them. Got some good color. All right, I moved the zucchini around the edges. I don't want to overcook it. It'll turn watery and mushy. Corn, fine. Leave it on the center. We'll give it a couple more minutes. So depending on the height is anywhere between 5 minutes total to 10 minutes total. And I've minced this up. So let's get this in with my lime juice and garlic. So let's add 3 tablespoons of olive oil here. Let's give it a stir. This is what we want. It's going to be a fantastic drizzle. I can't wait. It's time to get the zucchini off. I'm going to get it off. I think we're good. I'll pull the corn off. Let's get our lamb cooking. A little salt on here. Salt these up. Salt them up as much as you would any other protein. Let's head over to the stove. Put these on. Skinny ones on the outside. You can always fix them with tongs. Don't worry about having it be perfect. All right? No Michelin stars today. Actually, I take that back. Thin ones in the middle because you want them brown before they overcook. I'm going to drop this down. Might have dropped it a little bit far. Let's raise it back up. God, look at the flames underneath. That's all the lamb fat, too. All right. Look at that. These are going to take, depending on the thickness, anywhere between 2 and 4 minutes per side. I'm shooting for 2 minutes a side. And the really thick ones, I am going to do the third side, the back, just to kind of try and heat up that bone because that meat that's touching the bone never really cooked that well. Oh, that's perfect. How can I cook these inside anymore? This is cooking. Look at that. These big ones need a couple more minutes. So while the lamb rests, the zucchini, I'm just going to cube it up. Tender but toothsome. Oh, this is nice and tender. I'm just going to cut it from the tip all the way down. One smooth motion. Yes, it can fly everywhere, but just clean it up. Just gonna add probably a 1/3 cup, maybe a 1/2 cup here of feta. Gonna toss it around. Now with the sauce we made, the parsley, mint, Aleppo, a little bit of honey, garlic, I'm just gonna do probably a tablespoon. That's it. Maybe a teeny bit more, 1.5 tablespoons. That's it. Just gonna toss it around. Here we go. Look at this. All right, let's get this plated. Here we go. Let's eat. Lamb lollipop. Oh my God. Okay, first off, boom. It's just lammy. It was rich. And then the mint came in. That sweet honey and that spicy Aleppo just started kind of creeping in with the mint. They complemented the lamb. They kind of brought it forward, that richness. Garlic was there, but I'm not worried about talking to people and being like, oh no, garlic breath. All right, let's get this nice corn, feta, zucchini salad. Here we go. I didn't season it to taste. Here's a little salt. Feta adds a nice little briny creaminess. That's fantastic. Zucchini's still crunchy. Corn is still crunchy. That minted parsley, it could use a little bit more of that, but I like the Aleppo in there. I like the sweetness from the honey. It brings out the sweetness in the corn. It all pairs nicely. It's beautiful. So that was wood-fired lamb with a corn zucchini salad, all drizzled with a delicious minted olive oil garlic sauce. If you like what you saw, don't forget to check me out. I'm on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitch. And if you want to support the channel for free, all you got to do is subscribe to my YouTube. If you feel like spending any money, I have a merch store as well as a whole bunch of affiliate links. These links aren't anything that I wouldn't use or don't use myself already. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.